is it? What is it? What is electricity?
Hello there, it is Jennifer Taylor here from PassMyPhysicsExam.com, and this is a series of short videos that will hopefully explain some of the mysteries about electricity to you. I will be explaining the theory and showing you how to apply it to exam questions. So let's get going. Electricity happens to be one of my favourite topics in physics. I love it. It has revolutionised the world. It's unrecognisable to how the world was 150 years ago before we harnessed the power of this force of nature. It's always fascinated human beings. You go back in time to the ancient Greeks, they were having fun with static electricity. People would have lavish dinner parties and shock people with feathers that could fly around by themselves and zapping people with little bits of amber. It's always been a fascinating topic to humans. And once we realised that the world could be divided into two materials, those that allow electricity to pass through them and those that don't allow electricity to pass through them, we were on our way. We were running on the ground and we were making wondrous advances in technology. So let's begin with the most simple form that we find electricity. That would be static electricity. Static meaning not moving, so built up on the materials that do not allow electricity to pass through them. What is it that builds up on these materials? It is electrons. They have a negative charge, and if you have an area of negative charge and an area of neutral charge, you end up with what we call a potential difference. And if that charge gets an opportunity to move, it will flow to the earth. Now let's have a look at an exam question that could possibly be asked regarding this information. So here we have a pretty standard first question in the exam about static. So you have a carpet, some socks, and the question is explain why friction causes the student to become charged. Remember, we talk about electrons, and it's worth 2 marks, so 1 mark for electrons, the other mark saying they transfer from the carpet to the socks. Okay, now remember how we spoke about the fact that there are 2 types of material in the world, those that do allow electricity to pass through and those that don't. This question is about this. So the student is full of charge, negative electrons. The student touches a metal tap. Now the tap allows electricity to flow through it. So the electrons discharge from the student to the tap. Now that is 1 mark. It's worth 3 marks. So you need to discuss the difference in charge between the tap and the student, the potential difference, the area of high charge to the area of low charge. So there is a difference in charge between the student and the tap. This causes the electrical charge to flow to the tap. And the final mark here, you perhaps didn't see it coming, is that the tap is now earthed, as in there is a route from the student straight down to the earth for those charges to flow. 3 marks. Again, this question is to do with these 2 different materials, your conductors, your insulators. Remember, the copper is a conductor. This question's worth 2 marks. So, first of all, copper is a conductor of electric charge. What we then need to say is this reduces the build-up of charge on the student because it's all just flowing through the copper wire.